to 91. So I would think right away, right, as I mentioned, I said it several times, right, that I think it's going to be more third eyes people, right, more people becoming elves or reincarnated, how it works. And we see the ending there, right, with Yuno and the gang finding that white, like a big sphere of light magic maybe, but that's probably, I would guess, probably a person that's like transforming, awakening into the true form, maybe, right, becoming this third eye elf people. That probably what that is. I mean, given that it looks like it's gonna be at least one boss battle, right, per team, that's probably happening in each of those different corridors that we saw with the map thing, right? We saw the bigger room with bigger lightning bulbs. That's probably people transforming, and then everyone's gonna have like one boss battle each at bare minimum, right? I think that's what I predict happens. But anyway, yeah. So we had the Mereoleona fight, and that was the most one-sided beating. That was the most one-sided beating they ever had in Black Clover. It really just made her seem absurdly strong, and Raia like a really pushover. But yeah, so it was just about Mereoleona punching crap out of him over and over again. Actually, she didn't even struggle to beat him. Yeah, it was like, okay, punch, more punches. Yeah, it was like, it wasn't even, it didn't even bother her at all. She was just enjoying it. Next. Yeah, it wasn't even a hard battle for her. It's just her constantly punching him. And when he's like, oh, I'll do a bigger water spell. Punch. Water than ice. Punch. So it's like, it barely felt like she even did all her abilities. She just kept fire punching everything, and it worked perfectly. So, yeah, that was an interesting battle. He's probably gonna fight again. I have a hard time seeing him actually dying here. He will probably come in for later on the story anyway, right? Because it's like his magic is interesting, and there's definitely some storyline there, like why he's called disloyal. There's clearly some storyline, why he's that name and so on, right? That is the backstory with the elves and so on. So he's probably gonna come back later on though. But man, he got owned. He got so owned. That was like, man. It really just portrayed Mereoleona as incredibly much stronger than the other captains, though. And kind of nice positioning, teaching us about the whole mana thing. If you have it's even better mana control, right? So I guess mana skin is the first level of that. Then you get this control where you can control the whole room, so you can control this how I say it, the surrounding areas, and that's how she can do this kind of I assume so, yeah. That's how she could quickly do her kind of like air jumping, sky, like boosting herself, because she's using the mana in her surroundings to propel herself. And then we see that positioning that, of course, Yuno also has learned to do it, yeah. And that's how you could summon wind behind the enemies, I guess, because I guess without having that mana control, you have to send, I guess, your wind like from your body, I suppose, like a room close to your body. But if you can control a room, of course, you can summon wind, I guess, from any kind of direction if you have wind magic. So, but that should mean she could. But then she should be able to do fire magic from also any direction, I suppose. To. No, she just punched everything though. She mainly punched everything. In the end, of course, she did the whole like massive flame attacks from every direction, I suppose. So Yuno hasn't get her level yet, but he's getting there. Yeah, Yuno is, as Mimosa said, Yuno is very overwhelmingly strong, right? He is incredibly strong. As always, Yuno is very, very powerful. Yeah, incredibly powerful. But anyway, yeah, that was actually, I mean, it was really good in a sense, because Mereoleona is the hottest, most attractive, badass character. So in one way, it was really badass. You're seeing Mereoleona owning him completely. It's like, yeah, yeah, you go, Mereoleona. It was really cool. But at the same time, though, I have to say it was a little bit like, I do kinda wanna see him using, his magic, and her having to kind of like, oh, he can copy that spell. I have to be intelligent and use this ability. But she just punched everything. So it's kind of like, it didn't really feel like you could see his magic very much, right? Because his magic just got owned there. Now, yeah, but I was saying that it was Raia with A or with an H. It's spelled with an H on the wiki though. It does say Raia, yeah. But it's spelled with an A in the anime. So it's a little what the official word is. because it's two different official words for his name. I mean, if you Google it, you get it with an H, and a Y, and not with the A. Yeah, you don't get that name if you Google it. No, it says it's also called the Treasury, the treason person, not the disloyal person. But whatever, I guess it's possibly how you translate the name. His name could also potentially be Raia, the treasury, And then you have Raia with that spelling as well. In the katakana is. In katakana, it becomes kind of like the A. I'm looking at the Japanese version of his name now. Yeah, then it's like a Raia. But it's interesting because, as always in Japanese, you can't write some name. Like you can't write R in Japanese. You can't write R. You can't write a simple R in Japanese. You have to write RA or R. You have 5 different R's, right? So you have Ra, Ru, Re, and so on. You can't write this at R. So if you would name a character like if it's supposed to be without the R there, you can't actually spell it in Japanese. So you would spell like Ra, Ru or something, and then the next sound effect and the next, which is the I. So you can't spell the correct one there in Japanese. So that could be a reason why it has 2 different names, right? Because if you hard translate it, you get 2 A's in his name. But if it's maybe not supposed to be that, I don't know. I want to go on Wikipedia and so we'll actually read about his story, because then it probably says different how it's supposed to be. And so I don't want to research that because I don't get spoiled. So I don't want to research how it's supposed to be. But I'm just saying, like, it's based on the katakana. Yeah, then you get a Raia, but that is because the katakana you can't actually write like a proper name, so to speak. If it's supposed to be a non-Japanese name, it can't be written in Japanese most of the time. Like my name can't be written in Japanese. It's impossible. It gets like, it's really hard to write my name in Japanese. You get like 6 extra sounds, something like that. Yeah, it's completely different, right? But he got really owned there. I guess it's gonna come back. And I was thinking during the battle that he should have to use something else, right? I think it's too much strong head on. He used too much, in my opinion. Like, I'm gonna throw this spell at her. Yeah, like this bigger water, ice, fire. Fire is really important, but yeah, he's doing that instead of doing more like how I say it, trap magic. No, but like he should be able to do something else. I feel he should be able to throw something else in there. That probably would have been a little better if he was like trying to kind of confuse her, trying to use something. Yeah, I think that would have been much better for Lady Mereoleona if he actually did something, a little more intelligent, a little more trickster, instead of just like throwing like, take my water punch, which is like whatever. Yeah, take my ice, whatever. Yeah, like he just did purely master spells at her, and she was like, that won't do anything to me, right? So I think that could be his. He should take a keep note on that and try to use other kind of magic. Instead of just trying to throw a big spell in her face, because that really didn't work. But I like that we have our new boy there, that he's explaining stuff. Yeah, he's sitting there, Zora, and being like, oh yes, his magic is this thing. He can only use one spell at a time, and she's using this thing. I like that Zora is doing that classic. I would say it's shonen supported character that keeps explaining stuff. Same if he was like Yu-Gi-Oh! We have like Yo, it's like, oh yeah, see Yuno, he's doing this combo, yeah. I mean, like that's great, right? But if you see something like typical tournament arc like Dragon Ball and so on, so it's also one character being like, oh yeah, that's Goku's clone ability, yeah. So he's doing that thing with explaining, oh, I reached her ability to see what it is. I know her backstory. So that was great. I love that. But anyways, that's the episode for this stream. See you again tonight with Dr. Stone, with Magical Senpai and Are You Lost? Right, I think it's but yeah, which I think was really fun the last week. But 4 girls standing on an island, that was really hilarious. So you get last week coming out in 3-4 hours maybe. Yeah, 4 hours, 3.5 hours. And during the time, we're gonna play some Bloodstain more on Twitch. So see you guys. Have a great day.